Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chaos, and I'm standing on Klautos' stables. Just watched his video on it, and I love him, but that's not what we're here for. We're here because I'm finally putting out a Vasten video. I know, it's been forever. The last time we did a Vasten video, we were in the Nether. And we all kind of got tired of that real quick. Like, it was so hard to do anything in the Nether that we got tired of it. So we started a new thing called Vasten2. Started it October 25th. So you do the math when this video comes out and see how bloody late I am making a video. But I've been busy. I'm going to show you a little bit around here. This row of houses I have built recently. Recently is an overstatement, but it took a little while. It took long enough that I had to talk to old Klautos here about where he was planning on putting his stable, because he originally wanted this whole area all the way up against my cliffs here. And I was like, no, I want to put stuff there. So he was cool enough to let me have some of the space back, and now we have a little area next to his stable. And Juxey beat me to sleep. Other news, we have switched from the HUD. My chat's not constantly running here. We've switched from being on a Minecraft realm to a server, and that means we have a huge render distance. I'm going to show you a little bit of the city here. Probably after I run the time-lapse footage of these buildings going up. A good chunk of them happened on Vasten stream days. The others I did during work meetings when I didn't need to actually pay attention to important things, because meetings are never important. You spend enough time working in the corporate world, meetings are almost never important. So, but yeah, so we built all of these houses, and I love them. They're all just slightly different than each other. This one is the biggest house. It's a bit more of a manor house. None of them have interiors yet. Next video will probably be interiors. Built a little community garden down here for these little people. And then, yeah, so there's all that. Now let me show you what I've been doing. So let me turn the HUD back on. This little hole right in here has been my lair for the past, like, 2 months. There's a lot of stuff in here. There is a bamboo farm that thattunerguy helped me build. That works really good. We tried 3 separate iterations of bamboo farms to get enough bamboo flowing. And so far, this seems to have been the only one that's actually effective at it. So, yeah, that does its job. There's a cactus farm that I built all by myself, amazingly. It's producing a fair amount of cactus. There is a incredibly mediocre super smelter over here. And you'll see in a sec, all that bamboo is flowing up into here, into the storage for the super smelter, which is currently using blaze rods, because it couldn't keep up with the amount of bamboo that I was putting in. So, but now it kind of can do better. So that's a good thing. It's a small little smelter. It was very, very early days on Vasten2. But the idea behind Vasten2, you'll notice that I'm no longer wearing netherite gear or anything, and I'm also not the Grim Reaper anymore. The idea is we moved, well, let's see, where's our location? We're at X 17,000. So we moved close to 20,000 blocks from everything in the previous realm of Vasten. And ditched all our gear. It's all sitting in various spots in the old world. Mine is sitting in an empty house inside of Azuri, just in shulker boxes. So we wiped player data and everything, and we moved. And we have a new city. So yeah, let me go ahead and roll that sweet bean footage. I mean house footage of these houses going up. And I'll be back with you, and I'll take you on a quick tour of the city. And yeah, I think Vasten videos are back. I make absolutely no promises, though. I am the worst at this. Like, full on promise the worst. Like, you won't find a creator that is worse at making regular content than I. But I do my best. So don't hate me. So yeah, let's roll that sweet footage of the... I'm really bad at cameras. let's roll the sweet footage of the time lapse for those houses going up, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little bit of a time lapse there. It was probably a couple minutes of time lapse, when in reality it was hours upon hours of work for me because I am a very slow builder. But let me go ahead and show you around the current iteration of Vasten2 because it is damned impressive. And I can't see. There we go. All right, got my HUD. So this is kind of what I'm thinking of for my player base. One of the ideas we have is every person, we're all building the same city of Dawnport. And one of the ideas we had is everybody build their new player base here. And everybody's player base is a family of the city, or a faction, part of the ruling council of the city, and they all just do different things. So the people I want to make are situated across this river, which these two cliffs here were not here when the world started, when we came to this area. I built those by hand. So that was a good time. That's what I spent the first several weeks of the server doing. But yeah, so I want to have something that goes across these two buildings, but I just can't get comfortable with what I've been building. So I have a new idea. Klautos here with his Nordic stables actually reminded me that I absolutely love the Nordic style of building. So he and I are very likely going to be working together in this area because he doesn't want to do a huge build for a player base. He just wants to do a lot of smaller stuff, which is cool. He spent 4 years working on a crypt underneath Celea, so I can understand him not wanting to do anything big. But with the switch to a server, we have render distance. So you can see this is Dawnport, and we're about 2 months in. As of Christmas, we'll be 2 months in. Like, I mean, look at this. Like, this is insane. I mean, absolutely insane. It's getting a little framey as I try to load it, too. Holy crap. This is our mob farm that we're flying towards right now. IJimwe made it to look like a coliseum, where they've done actual PvP battles just for fun, the night crew. They do a lot of crazy stuff. We have a quarry over here, which is a functional quarry where we've done a lot of our harvesting of materials and resources. We have the tree farm over here that I spent a few hours at one day collecting a shulker of every type of tree here. That took literal forever. Then we have a gate that thattunerguy recently built, and I absolutely love. Like, this thing is huge. Like, let's land so you can get force perspective. Look at this. Look at this. I'm a 2-block tall man. Watch this. Can't even see the whole thing. Like, this thing is huge. Tuner, you're a madman. Like, an absolute madman. But let's keep going. IJimwe's been putting in walls around the city. We finally built enough of the city to decide where we wanted walls to be. Let's see. I think this is Foxxie's Abbey that she's building. This is Fix's building. The people he's building reject the fundamental idea of color. And no, that's not a race thing. That is just color. Green, red, blue, yellow, any of it. It's all grayscale. Their entire existence is grayscale. So he is building this massive building entirely out of stone, and it's variant textures. Also a madman. I mean, also a full-blown madman. But he gives us a very good viewpoint of the city over here too. Like, this is insane. I mean, I hate to say it, but I've put very little work into this city because I just can't keep up with these guys. Like, there's people on Vasten that could build half the city in like a day. Like, this right here, this blackstone building, this is Juxey. It is a cathedral. That is awesome. I mean, just also one of those huge madman buildings. So, see if he's done the interior. He's been working on the interior. These are hanging lighting samples or ideas. I fully plan on stealing at least one of them because that's amazing. So, Juxey, if you ever come to my buildings and you see lamps that I put in, I totally bid off your design because those are amazing. Let's see here. What else can I show you? This is our storage. I'm recording this on December something. December 20th. I have spent all day in this building. No, I did not actually build the storage system. That was Mear, because redstone is hard. Although I did manage to fix this thing today, because with the switch to a server has come a little bit of troubleshooting, and I accidentally rebooted the server while the storage was running yesterday, the 19th. So that caused a lot of problems. Everything was coming here and dumping into the oak chest, which was less than ideal. But since I've spent all day here feeding 21 shulkers worth of material into the system, I've been doing a little bit of interior work in here, like cleaning all of this up. There were holes in front of every one of these chests, and I kept falling into them and falling down below, and that got really annoying. So I did something about that. Redid the labeling, finished the spruce towers in between everything, because I fed almost a shulker worth of spruce into the system. And started doing some work on the basement area for them. And then the building frame, that was my dog coughing because he's going to town on his bone that I got him for Christmas. The building that the storage is in was built before the storage was put in, so it ended up being a little too small. So this water pathway was running over the wall. So you can see this dirt path here. The wall was here. So while I was bored waiting for the system to finish filtering all my junk, I expanded the walls and everything, and been working on this area a little bit. I think llorrdnnight, and Mear are going to be doing a lot of the work here, but I was bored and wanted to help. So yeah, that's Vasten though. It's collaborative. Like, we're all working together. We're all building on top of each other. Like, I doubt very much that most of these houses, that any like 2 to 3 of them, are built by the same person right next to each other. There's a few places where like Caluss came on and built like an entire district. Let me see if I can find a Caluss house, because that dude, damn Caluss, like, you're a magician. I think this is a Caluss area. Let's look for, yeah, this is a Caluss area. So people are marking builds. I need to pick something I want to mark for my builds, but nope. And naturally, I go into the one Caluss build he hasn't done an interior on yet. Hang on, let's go find one that has an interior. Oh, this is our skeleton farm. Somebody found a skeleton spawner on day 1. If you guys haven't watched anybody else's videos from Vasten2 yet, the day 1 was crazy. Like, we got netherite on day 1, and then it was spent on a hoe. So that was a fun time. Let me see. I need to find a Caluss build that has an interior, because I love the interiors he's done with his builds. This isn't Caluss, I don't think, but I mean, oh, this is Jim. So Jim's also done some fantastic interiors here. These are inspirational. I mean, like, I feel like a hack being with, building on the same server as all these Vasten guys. Like, they are just insane. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy the stuff these guys come up with. Oh man, I can't find a Caluss build right now that has an interior, because I get lost in this city. It's bonkers. We have like 3 different villager trading farms. Like, there's a library, I think right here. Hey, I found the library. So yeah, we have, I mean, all the signs are gone. Okay. Tuner's been working on this. This is all Tuner. I don't know where everything has been moved to. He said he restocked everything. I don't know where he moved it all to. Anyway. Yeah, this is Vasten2. It's an absolute masterpiece of a city. But let me see the world map here with voxel map. So the city, kinda, so you see the wall line here running along this river. Goes all the way out to here. That was my coffee maker deciding that it no longer needs to keep my coffee warm. Thanks, coffee maker. I'm glad you can make an appearance in the video. And yeah, the wall, I think, is going to go all the way out to here. Juxey's building a harbor right down here. And you can see my little area is right here. Well, me and Klautos are right here for the moment. I think Stu is building something here. There's the storage. And I think this is llorrdnnight's area. So yeah, it's huge. This whole thing is going to be one city. I mean, nothing that has been built on Vasten before has come close to the scale of this city. Like, we thought we had cities before. This is going to be a city. Like, this is all going to be filled. I mean, roads, houses, massive structures, everything is going to be filled in here. So, yeah, it's awesome. And I'm super happy to be a part of it. So, but yeah, expect more Vasten as I can come up with inspiration and things to build. I know I said in the modded series that I'd like Vasten to be once a month. I'm gonna try for more because I'm starting to get into the groove a little bit of building, and moving to the Nordic style is gonna suit my building preferences a little bit more because I love the Nordic style of building. Vikings are amazing. All the building ideas people have come up with how they would look in Minecraft is just epic. So yeah, let's go back home, and I will sign off. And yeah, let's land right over here. Oh yeah, that's Chaos, and I'm signing off. Have a good one, everybody.